What's up, Capricorn? How are y'all doing? It's bonus time. Time for your May 2025 bonus reading. So when I do bonus readings, what I'm looking for are details, situations, scenarios that were skipped over, missed, or just for whatever reason didn't make it into the first round of monthly readings. So for those of you who are in need of a personal reading, the information is right down here in the description of this video. And remember, y'all, for those of you catching this on time, one more day, and my course on the steps to true healing is going bye-bye. One more day. May 1st, that course goes bye-bye. I think it's a pretty important course. That's why I made it so damn cheap. So the link is in the description of the video. May 1st. And it'll probably extend out to May 1st in the morning when we wake up. So, you know, you get a little bit of a grace period in there. But when we wake up May 1st in the morning, we're turning it off. So, all right. Let's start off with general messages. General, career, finance, friends, family, anything but romance. What are the general messages for Capricorn? Career, finance, friends, family, anything but romance. Of course, we got the fucking workplace card. Hang on, I don't know what to say about that yet. Hold up. Hang on. For those of you out there actively looking for a new job, yeah, that looks pretty good. For those of you who have been applying. So I'm kind of feeling like you're getting an offer, but you might want to turn it down. I'm not saying you should. For some reason, you may decide to turn down an offer for a new job. Maybe, I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know, I'm feeling like your cycle is coming to a close and coming to an end, but you may be a little bit nervous to start the next chapter, the next cycle of the life of Capricorn. I don't know. It's not really telling me why. New cycles and new chapters can be scary. They can. They can. That's weird. I can't think of anything else to say about this spread right here. It's looking like there's an offer coming in. I don't know. Maybe, for example, maybe you applied for a job because you heard it paid $20 an hour, and then you find out it only pays 15, and you're like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. But it's kind of telling me you might want to turn down an offer and just stay where you're at. But like I said, I do think your cycle is wrapping up and coming to a close. Okay, you're going through a death card process. And that can scare people sometimes. It can be scary. It can be nerve-wracking. Let's just get some general advice. Can't think of any other way to spin that spread. General advice for Capricorn. Oh, don't fight it for too long. Yeah, don't fight it for too long. Oh, I had a feeling. I was wondering if this was going to come out. Okay. So, most of the time, not all the time, about 90% of the time, most tower moments in life are completely avoidable. Most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. When we take a look back at most of the tower moments that we've been through in life, we could have avoided it. Because if you take a look at the tower card represents sudden, abrupt, and unexpected change. But is it really unexpected? Does lightning strike out of the clear blue sunshiny sky? Randomly, unexpectedly? No. What happened was they was sitting up there in the tower chilling, and then off in the distance the storm cloud started rolling in. They're like, oh shit, that sky looks a little bit pissed off. And then they hear the thunder rumbling. Oh, now it sounds pissed off. Then the winds pick up, right? And then you hear it hailing. There were warnings and warnings and warnings and warnings. And the next thing you know, pow! The lightning hits the tower. Had plenty of time. You heard the warnings, right? But you ignored it. So I get being nervous when you're feeling change is coming, when the universe is nudging you in a different direction. I get getting kind of scared, but don't fight it for too long. Pay attention. Pay attention to how hard the universe starts nudging you. After a certain point, I tell you what I learned in my journey. After a certain point, I've learned when to say, all right then, universe, dude. Okay. All right. I give up. You win. Because I'm going to tell you what, I have fought the universe many times. Many times. I fought the universe trying to make things happen my way. Trying to do things my way. And when the universe pushes and pushes and pushes, it's being kind and gentle when it gives you that little nudge, you know. But then when it applies pressure and it gets heavier and heavier and heavier, and you're stubborn like me, and you want to dig your fucking heels in, it'll be like, all right then, pow! And I've been right at death's door a couple of times. That's how goddamn stubborn I am. But not anymore. I don't play that game no more. Not anymore. Okay. All right. All right, fuck it. Let's go ahead and move to the love portion. Let's see what's happening with the new person. The newest person in Capricorn's life. How are things looking in May? Capricorn and the new person. How's it looking in May? Uh-oh, 10 of Wands. Two of Swords reversed. Damn, dog, 5 of Wands. Straight out the gate. Well, 7 of Swords down there. Well, I'm thinking that this person is still hung up on their ex. Or maybe you suspect. You may suspect that they're either hung up on their ex or talking to somebody else. The first spread is not the end-all be-all gospel of truth. It's a general energetic overview, mainly from your perspective. And it kind of feels to me like there's something about this person you don't fully trust. And I don't know whether that's true or not. But I don't think it's going to take long at all for it to pop off into an argument between the two of you. I don't think so. A little codependency energy in here. 10 of Cups reversed. I don't know if separation's happening, but this isn't off to a good start. Oh, let's see. Let's see their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. the new person Capricorn's dealing with. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What do they want with you? They're a horrible communicator. Horrible. Ten of Pentacles reversed. I think they're really seriously struggling financially, or at least they're really worried about finances. There's kind of a fine line between worrying about your finances and actually struggling financially. You'd be surprised once you figure out how to flip that worry switch off, how quick the struggle goes away. You're only struggling when you're worrying about it, but that's a different topic for a different time. So, no, I think this person does want to be with you. I don't think that they're playing games. I don't think they have bad intentions. I really don't. Now, you are picking up on the fact that they are carrying burdens. But I don't think it's a past person. I don't think it has to do with anybody, really, honestly. I don't think so. But the shit that they're bottling up and carrying, and they're worried about finances, worried about work, worried about this, worried about family, it's making it very, very difficult for them to connect with you because they're a horrible communicator. They don't know how to communicate their feelings. They don't know how to communicate their frustrations. They don't know how to let you know what's going on deep down on the inside, So, yeah. I don't think they have bad intentions, though. I don't think so. Now, remember, when I read their intentions, there's a reason why I do that. To give you the ability to make an informed decision as to whether or not you choose to excuse shitty behavior. Because just because somebody has good intentions, that doesn't intrinsically excuse shitty behavior. That's up to you. That's idiosyncratic. That's very, very personal to every individual. There's some things that if I know your intentions behind it, I'll let it slide. If I know what you meant, okay, I'll let it slide. There's other things that is like, fuck your intentions, you crossed the line. I don't care how you meant it, you crossed the fucking line. Where you draw that line is different for everybody. So that's why I give you their intentions. I don't think they have bad intentions. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you should just say, okay, well, you mean well, so you can treat me like shit. That's not what I'm saying. Let's get the advice, I guess. Let's get the advice. Fool card. Well, don't jump in head first until this person lets their guard down. Yeah, don't do that. Don't jump in head first. Y'all gotta let y'all's guards down, dude. Both of y'all gotta let y'all's guards down. Here's the question. Is it worth it? Now, this is an open-ended question. This isn't rhetorical. Okay, I'm not being a smartass. Do you feel like it's worth it to take the chance on wasting your time, letting your guard down and opening up first? Open-ended question. I'm not saying yes or no. It's totally up to you. If you see the potential in this and you believe that it's worth taking that chance, then you might want to let your guard down first. If not, though, because, hey, letting your guard down, that's scary business. That's some scary, risky business, just letting your guard down willy-nilly. if you don't want to take that chance, well, then I'd suggest y'all have a serious come to Jesus moment. And you let this person know what your concerns are. You know, give them the chance to let their guard down and connect with you at a deeper level. You know, let them know that it's okay. You can open up and express your feelings and be yourself around me. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to look down on you. I'm not going to, nothing like that. And if they still choose to remain closed off and funny and weird and you have a hard time connecting with them, then at least you told them. So if you choose to walk away from this, it shouldn't be this big surprise, So, okay. So then go explore other options. All right, let's see what's coming in next for the singles. Who coming in next for the single cappies? Who coming in next for the single cappies? Ooh, Judgment. Hey, you know what? This is going to be interesting. Because this is divine intervention right here. This is probably going to happen in a way that there's no denying the universe set this up. Yup. I think y'all going to come together in a very strange, crazy way that you can tell. There's no denying the universe brought y'all together. I do think it is a long-term soul contract. Could be a Taurus for some of you. I have Scorpio and Leo here. Okay, that's about all I can get out of this spread. About all I can get out of this spread. We got Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups here. So you're feeling a very abnormally strong connection with this person, but you're trying to keep your head above water, right? So you can think straight. Trying not to let your emotions get the best of you, but it's a little hard because you're catching feelings for this person. You feel like you've known them your whole life. By the way, you have. I think you and this person have karma from a previous lifetime, but I don't feel like digging up that can of worms right now. I do think this is supposed to be long-term, though. I've been seeing a lot of that come through here lately. A lot of long-term connections are starting now. That's good. Let's see their feelings, energies, and intentions towards you. What's their feelings, energies, and intentions towards you? Queen of Cups reverse. They're doing the same thing you're doing. Trying to fight their feelings because the connection is a little bit stronger than their comfort zone would normally allow. Just a little bit. Okay. They are still having a hard time moving on from their last relationship, too, by the way. Yeah, they don't see. Look, they're ready to settle down, but they're afraid to jump head first, willy-nilly into a relationship. They weren't even looking for a relationship when they connected with you. That wasn't on their list of top priorities. They weren't out desperately searching for somebody to be with. Matter of fact, they may have just decided to get comfortable being single, or at least try to, So, yeah, looks pretty solid to me. My only thing is, I understand what it's like to meet somebody randomly and unexpectedly when you're not looking for a relationship. But are they going to act in fear? That's the question. Because it's real easy to get scared and run from something, Especially if you're still traumatized, unhealed, And then you connect with somebody real quick and you're like, whoa, I'm not ready for this. Pew! And you run. I've done that before too. Haven't we all? Most of us maybe. I know I have. Looks good though. Intentions wise, things look good. I just think they were finally ready to be single. And then boom, here you come. And they're like, God damn it, do I let myself fall in love? 10 of Cups reversed. I wasn't looking to settle down. But they could see themselves settling down with you. Okay, we're going in circles now. Let's grab the advice on this. What's the advice when the next person comes in for Capricorn? What's the advice? Advice for my Cappies. Six of Pentacles. Boom, 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 boom. This could be insanely successful. Don't fight the process. Don't try to control the process. Relax. Let things roll the way they naturally want to roll. Make sure you are at least making an attempt to be in the right headspace, in the right heart space. Because if you're not, a connection this intense can fuck with your head. But, yeah, don't try to control it. Let it flow the way it naturally wants to flow. And this could turn into a life partnership. It 100% could. Just be ready. Be ready for a whole new cycle to begin. Whole new cycle to begin. You know, even when the universe brings you your divine life partner, the day you and that person come together is the beginning of the end of the version of you that you've known your whole life. That's the beginning of you becoming a totally different person, and them too. If you want to sustain this successfully, which most people do. It's not that it's impossible to fuck up something with your person. I've seen it happen a few times. It's rare. It's rare. But I have, that I can think of off the top of my head, I've seen that happen like maybe 3 times. And it was all clients I had on Zoom calls. So I've seen it happen a couple of times, but not very many. But it's still possible. It is still possible. So, yeah, it's looking like most of the Capricorns are starting a whole new cycle now. We're in it. We're on the new timeline now. Aries season's over. Boom, this is the new cycle. Buckle up and get ready. Don't fight the process. Don't try to control the process. Be open to the unknown. Okay? Be open to the unknown. Don't be scared of the vast unknown. Embrace it, okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is right down there in the description. And for those of you who missed the beginning of the video, one more day, and my course on the steps to true healing is going bye-bye. First thing in the morning when Leah and I wake up on May 1st, we're turning that course off. And we're going to break out the next one for the month of May. I think it's an important course. That's why I made it so cheap. I'm pretty sure that's the cheapest course I have. Don't quote me on that. I'm like 90% sure of that, but it's important information. So the link for that's in the description for one more day, y'all. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.